Welcome back. Welcome everyone. We're starting seated today. My name is Karen and this is a Hatha yoga practice. I will offer up all kinds of modifications, so again, do what works best for you. We're starting seated, so just close your eyes for just a few minutes and feel your breath. Feel that breath come in through the nose, kind of hard to get masks, but feel it coming in through your nose, filling up the lungs completely. I'm fine. Good, how are you?
So I'm like,
Nope, you're fine.
I'm not.
I'm here. Here's a mat.
Okay.
And you might want to block, you might want to stretch. You're welcome. Nice deep breaths. Going up through those lungs completely. And take that breath down into your rib cage. So you can feel your rib cage expand. You might feel your belly rise. Nice deep breath. On our next inhale, let's sweep those arms out to the side. Inhaling as you lift. Drop one hand to the mat, reach the other arm up and over. Nice gentle stretch on that side of the body. From the fingertips all the way through the hip. Both hands come back up, over to the other side. Both hands up, this time we'll reach it forward. So hinge from the hip. Not staying there just yet, so inhale back up. Exhale, hands down to the side. And again, inhaling you lift. Exhale, reach it forward. Inhale back up. Hands come down to the side. Nice. Let's work our way into a child's pose. So you're facing forward. Hips go all the way to the back in child's pose. You can reach those arms all the way out in front of you if that feels okay for your shoulders. If it does not, bring your arms in closer to your body. We're in child's pose as a resting position. You can be here anytime you choose throughout your entire practice. But right now, let's go into a kneeling plank and back to child's pose. In and out of that kneeling plank, child's pose flow. Gently warming up through the shoulders and through the hips. Anytime we get into a plank pose, whether we're on our knees or on our toes, check to make sure those wrists are right underneath your shoulders rather than your shoulders going beyond your wrists. And lift up through the belly button so we can engage the core. It will protect your low back as well. Pausing the next time we get up into that kneeling plank. Then tuck your toes, pick your hips up and going to down dog. Pick the hips all the way up, gently press the chest toward the thighs. Lift your hips up, slowly lower the heels. Then into plank position. Pause right here for just a moment. Again, check your alignment, make sure the wrists are right underneath your shoulders. Lift up through your chest so you feel it broaden through your upper back. If your chest hangs down, you're hanging out the shoulder joint and that will hurt your shoulder. So lift up to the upper back. Lift up to the belly button, push your heels to the back wall. Then to down dog, all the way up. And into plank. So in and out of plank, down dog. Moving with that breath as much as you can do that. You can always be on your knees for this one. And pause the next time you get back to down dog. And walk forward into forward fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale forward. Circle sweep lift all the way up. Exhaling into chair, so sit back in chair. Inhale here. Slide right forward, bend your knees. Inhale halfway up. Exhale forward. Circle sweep lift all the way up. Exhale right down to your heart. Sending the left foot to the back. Let's turn and face the long edge of our mat. Turn your toes out. Toes go toward the corners of the mat. You might want to take your shoes off. It'll be better for your feet. Toes go toward the corners of the mat, knees go in the same direction as those toes. Then inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, bend the knees, elbows come behind the rib cage. Inhaling and lift. And exhale. This is called moonflower. We're beginning to warm up through the shoulders, through the hips, through the knees, through the ankles. Yoga is about finding space in the body, so anytime we lift those arms up over our head, we create space in the spine, which is a good thing, because our spine has been compressed just by being upright all day long. Let's hinge from the hip and scoop toward the mat. So bend your knees. Inhale, lift it back up all the way up. Feel free to alternate between those. Moonflower brings the elbows behind the rib cage. Sunflower hinges from the hip. You could add a lateral stretch if you'd like as well. Lateral stretch will reach one arm up, and then the other. You're just going to move that spine in all directions. So we're just beginning to warm it up. Take your time, do a few more of those, and then when you're ready, you can step back to the top of your mat. Nice. We're moving into sun salutations. It's a series of probably 12 or 14 poses which moves the body in a pretty good range of motion. So take a nice deep breath. Inhale and lift. Swan that forward, bend your knees and hinge from the hip. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold the left foot to the back. Drop that knee down. We'll start on our knee. Top of that back foot goes flat on the mat. And this front knee is stacked right on top of that ankle. If that knee is too far forward, we get a lot of pressure on the knee. So bring that knee on top of that ankle. Then reach one arm up. It doesn't matter which one. We will get to both. Gentle twist into the spine. That hand comes down. Reach the other one up. And to child's pose. Hands on the floor, knees to the back. Into kneeling plank. This time we're going to lower ourselves down. So externally rotate the upper arm so the bend in the elbow almost faces forward. It fixes this upper arm bone into that shoulder joint. Bring your elbows in close, we'll lower ourselves down. You can add a push-up in there if you like. All the way to the mat. Gently lift the chest. It's cobra. It's a back bend. Lower back down. Feel that belly button up. We're going back to child's pose. And bring that left foot forward. Stack that knee and ankle. Reach one arm up. And then the other one. Nice deep breath. Hands come down, step forward in a forward fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale forward. Circle sweep lift all the way up. Exhaling into chair, so sit back in chair. Inhale, lift. Swan that forward, bend your knees. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold right foot to the left. Drop that knee down. Again, up that back foot's flat on the mat. Reach one arm up. Gentle twist into the spine. That hand comes down, reach the other one up. And then child's pose. Hands on the floor, knees to the back. Into that kneeling plank. Bring your elbows in. Lower yourself down. Again, you can add a push-up if you like. Keep your elbows in close to the body. All the way down. Again, gently lift that chest. And look. Feel that belly button up. We're going back to child's pose. Then the right foot comes forward. One arm reaches. That hand comes down, reach the other one up. And step forward in the forward fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale. Circle sweep lift all the way up. In the chair, so sit back in chair. Nice, that's one sun salutation. We'll do another one. Inhale, lift, swan right forward. Bend the knees. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold left foot to the back. Let's be on our toes this time. So push that back heel to the back wall. Lift you through this back calf. Hamstring, quad. Reach one arm up. Nice deep breath. Again, that hand comes down. We'll reach the other one up. And then step it back to down dog. Get those hips up nice and high. Gently press the chest toward the thighs. That makes for a long stretch all the way down from the hips to the back, all the way down to the head, from the hips all the way to the heels. Into plank position. Lower yourself down. Gently lift the chest. And back to down dog, so tuck your toes. Hips come up. Left foot comes forward. Stack that knee and ankle. And again, reach one arm up. And then the other arm. And step forward into forward fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale fold. Circle sweep lift all the way up. Into chair, sit back in chair. One more time through, inhale and lift. Swan it forward. Halfway up. And fold, break foot down. Lifting both arms up this time. Reaching them up, pushing your back heel to the back wall. Nice. Bend it down dog, hands to the floor, feet to the back. Get the hips up nice and high. Press your chest towards your thighs, so the elbows and ears are close to each other. Then into plank position. Bring your elbows in, lower yourself down, slow and controlled. And lift the chest. And lift. Back to down dog. Tuck your toes, lift the hips up. Right foot comes forward. Again, let's reach both arms up. Add a little bit of a back bend this time, so reach those arms all the way up, and then gently to the back. Into forward fold, hands to the floor, step it together. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold, let's grab our block. It's going between the thighs, right above the knees. Inhaling, we lift. Exhale, sit back in the chair. Inhale, we lift. And sit back. Keeping that movement going. It's a chair flow. So again, there are several things that are going on here. One is, again, that we're working through the shoulders. Helping to create that space into our spine. The knees are there to help activate through the inner thighs and keep everything facing forward. So the hips, the knees, the toes are all facing forward. When we sit back in the chair, the weight is in the heels, so we should still be able to wiggle our toes. And you should still be able to see your toes. If you can't see your toes, push your butt back. Pause it the next time we get in the chair. Nice, we're going into bouncing chair, so up on our toes. Squeezing that block, either real or imaginary, helps activate through the inner thighs, but it also helps stabilize that pose. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, lift up to the back. Inhale, lift. And exhale. Inhale, lift. And exhale. Inhale all the way up, drop your heels down, hands come right down to the heart. We're adding a twisting prayer, or twisting chair. So this time the twist is only with chest and shoulders. So sit back into your chair. Everything's going to face forward from the hips, the knees, the feet are facing forward. As you twist down to the right. So just take a gentle twist to the right. Back to the center, inhale, lift. Exhale, sit back, we're twisting the other direction. Inhale, we lift. Let's flow with that. So inhale, lift. Exhale, sit back and twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sit back and twist. We'll get to a deeper twist in a bit. We're just warming up to the spine at the moment. One more each side. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Nice. Swan dive forward. Bend your knees and hinge from the hip. You can put that block down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Left foot goes to the back. Put that heel down at this time. We're going to warrior one. So inhale, lift the arms all the way. Exhale, we'll cross those hands right behind the back. Gently opening it up across the chest. So this is warrior one. So you can make sure the shoulders and the hips are facing forward the same as that thigh. And that front thigh should go right down the middle of that foot. Warrior one. Gently opening up across the chest. We'll work all the way around to our hips. So hold on to your hands. Turn your body for warrior two. So your body faces the long edge of your mat. Check to make sure that front thigh did not turn with you. It should still face forward. And slowly lower that right shoulder toward that right thigh. You can feel a hamstring stretch. Nice deep breath. Nice. Bring your right elbow to your right thigh. Bend that right knee so that right thigh is almost parallel to the mat. Then reach that left arm all the way up next to the ear. You have a long line on that side of the body. Then we'll make some nice giant circles with that left arm. Joint mobility and range of motion into the shoulder. Also working on stability into our shoulders. So flexibility is awesome, but if we have not helped stabilize those shoulders, let's reverse that movement. We need to stabilize the shoulders as well. Stopping with those fingertips up toward the ceiling. Then straighten that right arm, which comes right down next to your calf. Leave your legs there, we're going to reverse that warrior. So leave the legs there, right arm reaches all the way up, straight up. And then gently over. So we've added the C shape into the spine. Torso is still facing the long edge of our mat. Back to warrior two, stretch your arms out, look right over your front fingertips. And the warrior one, reach it up all the way up. Nice, step forward into forward fold. Hands to the floor, both feet come forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale, fold, the right foot goes to the back. Put that back heel down. Inhale, lift the arms again. Exhale, bring the hands right behind the back. Latch to those shoulders. They're not all bunched up next to the ears. Hold on to your hands. We're going to warrior two. So turn your body. Move your feet if you need to so that front heel is in line with the back heel or the instep of that back foot. And again, slowly lower that left shoulder toward that left thigh. Left elbow comes to that left thigh. Right arm reaches all the way up and next to the ear. Once more, we'll make some nice giant circles with that right arm. And reverse that movement. Snapping with those fingertips up toward the ceiling. And then straighten that left arm. Reaching from fingertip to fingertip. Leave your legs there, let's reverse that warrior. Left arm comes all the way up. Lengthen from the hip through the rib cage and all the way up, and then gently reach to the back. Again, we've got a C shape on that spine. Back to warrior two, stretch it out. And warrior one, reach it. Nice. Down dog, hands to the floor, feet to the back. Step both feet to the back. Pick those hips up nice and high. Press your chest toward your thighs so your hips are lifted. You look like an inverted V. Slowly lower the heels. Nice deep breath. And the left leg lifts up toward the ceiling. Bring it all the way through. We're going back to warrior one. Put your back heel down. Inhale, lift the arms. We're going into a warrior flow. So exhale it up to warrior two. Inhale in reverse, left arm up. Exhale, side angle, left elbow, left thigh. reverse, left arm lifts. Back to warrior two, stretch out. To warrior one, reach up. Inhale, lift. Exhale out, warrior two. Inhale in reverse. To side angle, left elbow, left thigh. And reverse, left arm lifts. To warrior two, stretch out. To warrior one, reach up. One more time, just like that, warrior two. Inhale, reverse, left arm up. Exhale, side angle, left elbow, left thigh. Inhale in reverse, left arm lifts. Exhale, warrior two. To warrior one, reach up. Nice, down dog, hands to the floor, feet to the back. Get your hips up nice and high. Enjoy that stretch anytime you get to be in down dog. Enjoy that stretch. It's a great one for the entire body. And the right leg lifts all the way up. And bring it through. We're going back to warrior one. Get that heel down and inhale those hands all the way up. Exhale out, warrior two. Inhale in reverse, right arm up. Exhale, side angle, right elbow, right thigh. Inhale in reverse, right arm lifts. To warrior two, stretch arms out. To warrior one, hips face forward. Inhale, lift. Open it up to warrior two, open those hips, they face the long way to our mat. Inhale in reverse, right arm up. To side angle, right elbow, right thigh. And reverse, right arm lifts. Back to warrior two, stretch out. To warrior one, inhale as you lift. Exhale out, warrior two. Inhale in reverse, right arm up. To side angle, right elbow, right thigh. Inhale in reverse, right arm lifts. Exhale, warrior two. To warrior one, reach. Nice, step forward into forward fold. Hands to the floor, step both feet forward. Inhaling halfway up, lengthen through those hamstrings. Exhale, fold, bend your knees. Circle sweep lift all the way up. Exhale, break it down to your nice, hands on the hips, we're going to pyramid. So the left foot steps to the back. It doesn't need to go back very far. We want to be able to have both feet flat on the mat. So the right foot is forward. Keep softness in that front knee and then hinge from the hip. So hinging from the hip is going to be different than rounding to the shoulders. Hinging from the hip, we want to think of the natural curve of the spine. So the neck comes in, the thoracic spine comes out a little bit, and then it comes in again at the lumbar spine. We want to keep those curves in the spine as we hinge from the hip. So the hands can come all the way to the mat or to our block. Block is always a good thing. Shift your weight around so it's evenly distributed between both feet. And everything is facing forward. So the shoulders, the hips, the knees, feet are all facing the same direction. Nice deep breath. Every exhale might allow you to forward fold over that front thigh. Several nice deep breaths. Then shift your weight forward onto your front foot, lift that left leg behind you. Lengthening through the leg we're standing on. So not allowing that leg to collapse. Straighten your right leg. Feel as if someone has wrapped a strap around your belly, so think light. They're just lifting you up. Then the left hand goes to the hip. Left leg is lifted. We're going to half moon pose. So turn your body. Keep your eyes fixed toward the center of your mat. Right off the end of it will help you with balance. Left hand can stay on the hip or you can lift that left arm up either way. Half moon pose. Working on balance, strength. Nice deep breath. Nice. Back to center. Step both feet forward. Inhale halfway up. Exhale fold. Circle sweep lift all the way up. Exhale right down again. Nice, hands on the hips again. This time the right foot stays down. Softness in that front knee, so we're not locking that shins. And inhale, take a nice deep breath, and lengthen that torso again, and turn it. So again, the hands can come all the way to the mat. Or to your block, you just need to rest on something so they're not hanging out very well. Shift your weight around again so it's evenly distributed between both feet. Everything's facing forward. And again, every exhale, allow yourself to fold a little bit more. You feel some nice hamstring stretch into the calf. If it's pulling on your low back, you don't want that, so just lift your chest. So pay attention to your body. Yoga tries to release the tension that's in our body, not add extra to it. Then again, let's shift the weight forward onto that front foot. Left foot stays down, right leg lifts. Once more, think light. Right hand can go to the hip, or you can stay with both hands on the mat. Either way is fine. If you're going into half moon pose, open up that hip, and then lift the arm. Nice, back to the center. Step both feet forward. Circle sweep with those arms all the way up. Exhale, lay down the front. Nice, left foot steps to the back, going back to warrior one, so put that heel down. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up, we're taking it out to warrior two, so open it up. Nice, we're moving right into pure triangle, so straighten that front leg. This time, this right arm is going to reach all the way out there. So you have a long line from your right fingertips through your left. Front leg is fairly straight, then allow this right hand to drop. Right hand's going to show up probably close to the ankle. Might only show up close to the shin or the shin. You might take it all the way to the mat, but again, it needs to rest on something. Nice deep breath. Let's add the twisting triangle. So take your left hand to the mat or to your block. Right hand goes to our hip. Gently twist from that belly button. So we're starting to twist at the low back. Gently twisting. Belly button only goes so far, and then the chest can continue that twist. Nice deep breath. Back to the center, step forward into forward pose. Circle sweep, lift those arms all the way up. Nice deep breath. Exhale right down the height. Nice. Right foot steps to the back. Put that back foot down. That back foot is at a slight angle with those toes in front of the heel. So rather than the toes pointing toward the back side of your mat, you want your toes pointing out to an angle a little bit. And the weight in these poses is more toward the outer edge of that back foot, rather than on the inside. If on the inside, this knee will collapse. So press that weight toward the outer edge of that back foot. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Exhale out toward you. Straighten that front leg. This time, we're just going to let this left hand drop. So this time, it's probably going to show up closer to your knee as you lift that right arm up. And you might feel more of it into your right rib cage. Then slide that left hand all the way down. And let's add the twist. So the right hand comes down to the block onto your mat. Left hand goes to our hip. And again, we'll start that twist at the belly button, twisting toward the left. Left hand could stay on your hip, or you can lift that left arm up. Either way is fine. Back to the center, step forward into forward fold. Circle sweep lift all the way up. Exhale right down the height. Nice, we're going into tree pose. So the left foot stays on the mat. Up on the toes on the right. So working into the hip flexors, just like lifting this knee, the hip flexors are engaged. Turn that knee out to the side and out of these deep butt muscles in here that are attached to the outer thigh and just pull that thigh up. Tree pose, we don't want to fall into this left hip, maybe a little fast hip, so we lengthen that way. All that left side of the body. Hands can stay at your hips, you can press it out to the side. You can take them to your heart wherever your balance is. Then when you're ready, lift that right foot. Right foot can rest on a calf. You can take it to your inner thigh. I just encourage you not to have the heel pressed against the knee. So that heel needs to go above the knee or below the knee. Long line in that body. Nice deep breath. And with the arms. Leave your legs there, bring your hands down. We're going into warrior three, so release this right leg. It goes out behind you as you begin, hands through the hip. Relax the shoulders. And all the way up. Nice shape of the top. Nice foot. On to the other side, so that right foot plants. Base of the big toe, base of the little toe, and heel, really close to the mat. And with the toes on the left, and then you can walk. And again, when you're ready, that's what 2 minutes. Knee goes to the corner of the room, maybe to the side, a little bit, and working into the hip flexors, into the glute muscles, and into this hip. We often have different balance on the other sides of the body. Lifting those arms. Nice. Bring those hands down. And release that leg again. We're going to warrior three, so I'll finish in there. Hands come all the way to the mat. Step your left foot to the back. And then go feet to the back for down dog. If your hips up nice and high, a bicycle both legs. Maybe one knee and then the other. Rocking in the center, press your chest towards your thighs. Enjoy that stretch. Left leg lifts all the way up. We're going to a press lunge, so bring it all the way through. Stay up in the toes in the back. Inhale with the arms all the way up. And hands come right down the hips. Drop your hips down, push your back heel to the back wall. Nice. Twisting prayer lunge, so we're hinge from the hip. Chest comes down almost on top of the thigh. And pick up that belly button, twisting toward the left. So the right elbow can rest on the outside of your knee. Or maybe close to your knee. You might feel a nice stretch in this left glute, into the hamstring of that left leg. Gentle twisting of that spine. Back to the center. Step both feet to the back. Get the hips up nice and high. And the right leg lifts all the way up. And bring it through like that crescent lunge. Inhale with the arms all the way up. Exhale right down to the right. Push your back heel to the back wall. And again, hinge from the hip, chest comes down almost on top of the thigh. Pick up that belly button, twist to the right this time. Lower your left elbow down. Nice deep breath. And back to the center. Take both knees to the back. We're going to child's pose, so drop your knees down. Take it all the way through that. Nice deep breath. Up on the hands and knees, bring your left foot forward. Again, stack that knee right on top of that ankle. Slide your right knee to the back. So there's room for this right hip just to melt. Then the hands come up to that left thigh. Shoulders are stacked right on top of the hips rather than leaning forward or too far back. Hands on that left thigh, bring out and twist again. So we're starting to twist at the base of the spine. That means that belly button has to move first. So twisting toward the left. Again, the hips only go so far, but we can continue that twist. The rest of the spine can continue to twist. So inhale, lengthen through your body, create space in your spine, and then gently twist some more. All the way up, each lower vertebra can rotate independently of the one next to it, but they tend to become locked. So we're going to try and remind that spine that it can't move independent. All the way up from the cervical spine, all the way up to the base of your skull. Back to the center. Hands come on the inside of this left foot. Move your left foot out close to the edge of the mat. Once more, we'll slide this right knee back and place it as push forward. So we have a hamstring stretch in this left hamstring. We have hip flexors and quads stretching in the right leg. Nice deep breath. Allow that right hip just to melt. We don't need to push it down because gravity is going to pull it. Then to open up through that left hip a little bit more, roll onto the edge of your left foot. It allows that knee to open, working through the hip. Nice deep breath. Let's go to pigeon while we're here. So we're taking that left foot that comes underneath our arms. Get your left knee down. Square your hips off so they're facing the front edge of your mat. And then you can stay up on your hands or take your elbows all the way down. That right leg goes straight down from your hip. Left foot could be in close to your hip. You could take it up closer to your elbows. Wherever feels good for you. There's a tight angle on that left knee, so be careful with that. Nice deep breath. It's another tremendous hip opener. Tight hamstrings, tight glutes, tight hips. Probably are going to show up as pain in the low back or the knee. Because the next joint has to take over, but it can also show up as pain all the way up and down the spine, even up into the shoulders. So if you tend to have tight hamstrings, tight glutes, tight hips, these are some stretches that will really help with those. Nice deep breath. One more nice deep breath. Then we're going back to our hands and knees so we can change legs. So hands go underneath the shoulders, both knees to the back, and then bring your right foot forward. Stacking that right knee on top of that ankle, hands up to that right thigh. Again, we'll add the twist. We're twisting to the right repeatedly. Belly button moving first, going to the right. Again, it stops, and then lengthen through that entire torso, take a nice deep breath. And allow that spine to continue to twist. Let's add the arms this time, so stretch right arm out back. Left arm goes out front, open those palms up. Nice, back to the center, hands on the inside of that right foot, move your right foot out to the edge. Slide this left knee back again so there's room for that hip to melt. Take some nice deep breaths. And again, let's open up that right hip. So allow that right knee just to open all to the side. Rolling onto the edge of that right foot. Nice deep breath. And into pigeon, so bring that right foot underneath. Slip the knee down. Square yourself off, and again, you can stay up on those fingertips if you choose, but adds a little bit of curve into the spine. You can take your elbows all the way to the mat. Nice deep breath. One more nice deep breath. Hands underneath those shoulders. Drop your hips down. This time we're sweeping our leg around to the front. Grab your strap and roll all the way onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug and rock gently side to side. Massaging that back. It's worked pretty hard today. So we'll just help it rest a little bit. Stopping in the center, slide your left leg all the way down onto the mat. Grab your strap. Strap goes around that right foot. Push that right heel straight up. We're going for a stretch all the way up the back of this right leg. Most of the time we can get it by pushing that heel straight up to the ceiling. And you can feel the stretch all the way up and down this right leg. If you don't get enough of a stretch, you can hold on to your strap or your toes or your calf and pull that leg closer to your head. If you don't have enough of a stretch for you, nice deep breath. And hold on to that strap. That right leg's going out to the right side. Opening up through the hip once more. And across the pelvis, you might also feel a stretch in the front of the left hip. Nice deep breath. Relax your shoulders. Check in with that left leg that's stretched out. Release the tension in there. Nice. Then bring that right leg straight up over to the other side. Nice deep breath. That leg comes back up. Let's switch legs. So release that strap. Right leg stretches out. Left foot comes in. Push that left heel straight up. And once more, let's drop that leg off to the left. Relax the tension in that leg. It's being supported by the strap. So maybe we're going to relax that leg a little bit more. Bring that left leg up. Let's take it over to the other side. And bring that leg back up. Release your strap, both feet go flat on the mat. Knees are up toward the ceiling. Take those feet once more out to the edges of your mat. And stretch your arms out to the side. And keeping your feet on the mat, we're just rolling onto the edges of the feet. Take both knees off toward the right. So your right knee can come close to the floor. Your left knee is going to come closer to your ankle or your foot. So again, you should feel a stretch in the front of this left hip and in the quads of that left leg. Nice deep breath. Both knees come back up. Let's go to the other side. So roll onto the edges of the feet. Nice deep breath. Relax your shoulders. And then back up. Settling into a final relaxation. There are several options for you. You can stretch your legs out, the arms out. You can place your feet in butterflies so the bottoms of the feet come together, opening up to the hips and the knees again. You can use your block if you'd like. Place it underneath your feet or underneath your hips. Wherever you end up, it's your final relaxation. So you should find a comfortable spot. And again, allow that body to relax. A very important part of yoga is that final relaxation. And it's one we often shortchange ourselves on because we don't think we have time to rest. But we've opened up a lot of blockages in the body today with all those yoga poses that we have done. And it's important to rest and restore. The body has a tremendous ability to heal itself. If we can open up any of those blockages that we've got into the joints, into that little railroad track that's running all the way up and down the body, with the nerves and the energy. So take a nice deep breath, allow your shoulders to feel heavy on the mat, allow your hips to feel heavy on the mat. Taking nice deep breaths. And if you find that your mind begins to wander, we can acknowledge those thoughts that keep passing through our head and tell them we will get back to them in a little bit. And we can focus on our breath. The mind has to have something to do. So its task is going to be to focus on your breath. Filling up through the lungs, filling up through the rib cage, the diaphragm, and blowing it all back in. Let's begin to bring some movement back into our fingers and our toes. Moving through your ankles and your wrists. Gently waking that body back up. Adding any stretches that feel good for you, maybe through your shoulders. Moving your head around. Into your hips. And whenever you're ready, you can begin to work your way back to a seated position. Very nice. Take a nice deep breath. Scoop those arms out to the side. Inhaling as you lift, scooping all that goodness that life has to offer you. Bring it right down to your heart. Relax through your shoulders. Relax through your hips. Again, take a nice deep breath. Know once more that you have done great things for your body. You've worked on balance and strength, joint mobility, range of motion. You've helped calm down that sympathetic nervous system that keeps us on high alert, raising our heart rate, rapid breathing, adds to anxiety, lowers our immune system. So know that you've done good things for your entire body today. Thank you so much for being here. Sleep well tonight. Namaste.